Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up and flock off. Not you stick around, because it's about to go down. You know, flock the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse here on What the Flock Wednesday. Because we got so many What the Flocks to fill this therapy session with. Number one, what the flock is up with Nick? What the flock is up with the fans? What the flock is up with the flock? What the flock is up with the flock? What's not going down? And plus, we're going to get to a few other things with the flock. With these injuries, can we ever come to this thing 100%, man? Like, what the flock? But before we get into that, you know how I like to do around this time, about this time, man. We want to get the Nets keeping out of the way. Keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. You about that fly goes fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Even if you're not, do remember, join that maniac thing, Noti gang. You hit that bell, you get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fucking go. So yeah, man. Once again, it's dope to come off of a win. You know, what the flock is up with not having back-to-back wins for a flock and ever. Heard that was dropped by Ruben Frank. I just heard homeboy talking to Sal Powell, John Clark talking to Sal Powell about that. We haven't won 2 games in a row. No, 2 games in a row. We haven't beaten anybody in double digits in two possessions since I believe the Miami game last season. Was it the Giants game or maybe the Cowboys game? Regardless of what, man, there's a whole lot of what the flocks to go around as far as our offense goes, as far as our defense goes, as far as our team goes, as far as special teams, all across the board. Like, what the flock is up with this team. We got to get this thing right. But one thing I am quietly confident, cautiously confident about is that, you know, we seem to get things a bit better on the defensive side last week, albeit against a lowly Cleveland Browns team. You know, the offense, a little bit better. We didn't get no interceptions, no turnovers. You know, we had a little bit of time to like, you know, temper the hype train that I was on just a few days ago because of the W. But we also had time to, like, I mean, this is like a feather to the heads. There are haters out there. Nick, no. First of all, what the flock is up with Nick? You know what I mean? What are you doing? But I'm just saying that because that's what y'all want to hear. Real talk, I really don't give a flock. This is our coach. This is how we like him. The team said as much. This is how they want him. This is how they want Nick to get down. It's crazy on them sidelines, having his team back, his team having his back. This is what we do, man. It's a little crazy going out our own. But see, this is the thing, man. Haters out there, especially, and I hate to play the race card, especially if you're a black hater. You know, there's a lot. I mean, you know what? It's just the case of the world right now. You can't even, I mean, regardless of whom or what, you know, in times, most of the time, you got to let things play out first, because a lot of people jump to conclusions. They assume they assume the best first, like Murphy's Law. What can't go wrong, will go wrong. You are wrong. Period. Like, this is what goes down. This is how people see things when they don't have proper context. And of course, it comes out days later. Number one, that the team wants Nick like that. Number two, the fan that he was talking to wrote a letter saying, "Yo, it wasn't even like that. I rocks with Nick. I flocks with Nick." You feel me? So what is the big deal? You got these media spaces. They going crazy in the media. He's a clown. He's a bum. He's this. He's that. Jason Kelsey told them as much that night. Ryan Clark agreed. But you see, Swagoo still felt the need to go at Nick Sirianni because, of course, he's a Cowboy. And I get it. To that extent, sure. Why not? You know, pile on. But everybody else, y'all got to come down. But I get it. Everyone hates Nick. You heard the chick on Unsportsman. Like, I couldn't even listen because I knew Canty was going to go in. Couldn't even listen to whatever Canty had to say because he's a Cowboy, a Giant, and a Raven. Like, flock out of here with whatever you got to say when it pertaining to us. Keep my team's name out of your flocking mouth. You feel me? And my coach's name. You feel me? Because I'm riding with Nick and Sirianni. That's my guy, Nick the Situation Sirianni. We're going to get this thing right, man. And for all y'all hopping off the train right now, don't hop back on when we get this thing going. You feel me? Let's flock and go. And that's how I'm standing on this. Standing on business with my flocking team, with my coach. Bro, I'm tired of hearing it. It's crazy. But you know what? This is how we like it. No one likes us. We don't care. No one likes our coach. We don't care. No one likes my coach. I don't care. Even those in the fan base, bro. It's like, what do you expect us to do right now? Get rid of the coach mid-season? What do we look like, the Jets? We ain't doing no man, don't get me started. We ain't doing no half-ass BS over here on this side, man. We go to full rate or full roll, or we don't go at all. Feel me? All we need is what we got in this locker room. That's all we got. That's all we need. Let's flock and go, man. Get out of here with that BS, man. I'm not here for it. Talk the talk that you want to talk, man, but don't walk past me with that BS, man. I'm not hearing it. It's not my thing. I mean, you know what? There are things, don't get it twisted. There are things that he does that I don't like, certain plays, certain moves, and this, that, and the third. But this is our coach, y'all. Much like he said, what positive could come of this? This is not productive for the team. I understand certain points in the game, of course, you know, we're fans. Of course, we reserve the right to boo and talk our trash and this, that, and the third. But I mean, once it gets to a point of like fire the coach mid-season, have you ever seen a team successful firing a coach mid-season? Anything good ever been done? You know what? Maybe one time. I think it happened with the Lakers, as a matter of fact. But I mean, what? That's like 1 out of 1,000, 100 million times that coaches have been changed mid-season, that something positive came from it. I just can't see it happening. So I choose not to go that route, at least as far as my team goes. You out there can have your own opinions, how you deem fit, how you think this thing should go. But me, I'm not with none of that. So with that being said, what the fuck is up with the fans? Stand by our team, man. Let's fucking go, bro. None of this is just like push it like I had a call to the fans last week because I gotta be here on my time. What the fuck Wednesdays? Let's fucking go support our team. Let's go. And then I see this. Like this is the energy that a Philly coach should have, man. The Eagles coach should have. But, you know, if you ain't with it, you ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? We agree to disagree. It is what it is. However, it's more with the Flocks to go around. What the flock is up with the injury bug? We just got back from the damn bye week thinking, oh, we're back healthy, 100%. Let's fucking go. And then, boom, just like that, 2 guys down. At least from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Mulatto might be down for like 2 to 3 weeks. That's trash. You know, he's been having an all-pro season so far. And, I mean, thank goodness we got just thank goodness we got Stout University, man. Just turning these dudes out, turning out the productive playmakers that we can at all times. Let's fucking go. Fred Johnson's the next to step up. Love to hear it. I heard there was a bit of talk with Becton's maybe switching, but you know how my stance was that. Once you switch one guy, that really means you're switching 2 guys because you're taking him from this position, put him somewhere new, then putting another guy in the new position. Yada, yada, and all that. Get the flock out of here with that. Let's keep everything status quo the way it was. Not to mention, Fred Johnson seemed to have a good game last week. Versus, at least half game versus Miles Garrett, who would be awesome, by the way. What the flock is up with that? Amari Cooper to the... That's good news for me. I have Amari Cooper on my fantasy team. Amari Cooper with Josh Allen. That's pretty damn dope. Not good news if we wanted, because Jalen Hurts ain't really having a MVP season this year anyway, so I mean, like, really doesn't matter. But regardless of what, not good news for anybody else in that MVP race because Josh Allen probably just stepped up probably like 20 points off of that. Not to mention the Jets getting Devontae Adams. Like, it's going to work. Those 2 teams, you can tell, like, they're playing checkers like they're playing checkers with each other. They don't know how to do things like how he does it over here. You feel me? Regardless of what, they get Devontae Adams. They get Amari Cooper. They're in a bit of an arms race. I mean, if you look at that game, Jets without those missed kicks, the Jets won. But if my if was a fifth, we all be drunk. So get that the flock up out of here. That was one step outside the nest. I'm sorry, I'm back here, y'all. So then you got that going on, and it's just where it was spinning. Clearly, you see, I needed this therapy today. So we've got that going for us. We got to get these guys going, and we're just turning these dudes out. Pause. And we got Johnson and Johnson on the edges. Wow, it's getting crazier. It's pretty dope, though. I mean, I guess that was a segue from the Jets, Johnson & Johnson, to Al Johnson & Johnson on the edges. So hopefully that bodes well going forward. We saw Calcaterra step up last week while God was out. So if we could get more of that production, if not more, being that he's probably most likely in the game plan. I'm not too sure about Goddard, but I heard a few things, a little something. They said he may possibly be out for this game and a few more. It's just trash. You just want to see that dude have a full season, man. And it's not even going to touch that. On the other side, I saw that they have their all-star, all-pro edge. No, not the edge. The offensive lineman, left tackle, Andrew Thomas, I believe his name is. Yeah, so that's bad news for them, especially an offensive line that's been coming into their own for the first time in a long time this year. You know, you kind of feel bad for them dudes, but you really don't because you're going up against them. But you do want to go up against the best, have the best against the best because, you know, down the line, whatever's going to come to, you're going to be going against the best to get to where you want to get to out of this damn, that's fine, out of this, that's getting what we got to get flying high like the Eagles always do all the time. You know, so, yeah, we got to get that going. They got to get that going. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a knockdown, drag-them-out game this Sunday. Whoa, their defense. The defense is something to contend with. However, I do feel that their offensive line hasn't quite seen, their defensive line hasn't quite seen an offensive line quite like ours yet. So can't wait to see how this thing gets down. But yeah, you know, we're getting this thing going and getting these good vibes going. Let's get these good vibes going again. Let's get 2 in a row. That would be fucking awesome. Let's try and blow these dudes out. That would be even better. But, you know, just had to get that off my nest, off my chest. We got the fans. We covered Nick. We got a few injuries coming up, and we covered the West in the days to come, man. On the What the Flock Wednesday, we getting the flock up out of here. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. Poke your eagle eye, poke your beak, and give it a and ask these questions. What you gonna do with Eagle Mania? Swoops down and runs wild on you. We men, what you gonna do? Come on, stop on your little wee ass. Yeah, chill. But anyway, and before we get out of here, you know what I would like to do around the time about this time, man. Say it with me one time. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's flock and go. Get the flock up out of here.